friends who've been here, studied here, really remember Baroda. It's the vibe, it's the educational city, and it was like a place for retirement people. Now it's changed, a lot of industries are also coming up, but it's really nice and it's got a vibe that you are very close knit. It's like a family living together.
When I see the infrastructure of my city developing, bringing about a change in the road network, and I see educational institutions engaging in activities, engaging in workshops and taking up curriculums that help children stabilize and even mobilize once they are out of the school.
If I would speak about Baroda, in last 10 years we have a new shiny airport, we have a new bus station, bus terminal that is looking very nice and very amazing. We have lots of flyovers.
मेरा तो यही सपना है कि यही बिजनेस ऐसा ही बढ़ता रहेगा, बढ़ता रहे, और शायद मोदी होंगे, अमित शाह होंगे तो ये ऐसे ही चलेगा मेरा, क्योंकि मोदी अमित शाह को देंगे, वो अमूल को देंगे, तो अभी अमूल मुझे देगी ना, तभी मेरा कुछ होगा। और मेरी जैसी कितनी औरतें हैं, सभी को वो लोन दे रहे, सब कुछ वहाँ से ही होता है।
सरकार से हमें बहुत सारी सब्सिडी मिली है। अभी हमें वो खेत के आजू बाजू फेंसिंग लगाते हैं, उसमें सब्सिडी मिलती है। फिर वो खातर में भी सब मिलता है, और उसमें मैंने गायों में भी सब्सिडी वाला जो गाय का वो एक स्कीम चलता था, उसमें भी मुझे बहुत सारी सब्सिडी मिली है।
Loudspeakers have gone silent in 89 constituencies in Gujarat. Elections will be held on 1st of December. The next round of elections are scheduled for 5th, and of course the big day is 8th December, when the counting will be held of Gujarat and also of the Himachal Pradesh elections. So what are we hearing in this slog over in Gujarat? You heard those women of Gujarat, women in Vadodara, women in Amul factory, those who are beneficiaries of the Amul Cooperative Society. They are women in Anand, the milk capital of India. This is what Gujarat looks like, in which women-centric policies, women-centric push has made them supporters of brand Narendra Modi. I'm standing in front of the Sabarmati. I'm at the Sabarmati riverfront, right in front of the Atal foot-over bridge. You can see that gorgeous bridge just behind me. So what all do we have on the show? Let me give you a quick wrap of that. There'll be 2 ground reports that will be coming up shortly. Vadodara and Anand, 2 battlegrounds, 2 cities that serve as the economic engines of the state. We get you the voices of voters from these 2 critical areas and what they want from the political class. But first, as we have seen in all elections this time as well, the gloves are off and the political language, the barbs are getting sharper and the attacks are also getting personal. But the problem here is that when the attacks are against the Prime Minister, the Congress tends to lose, in the sense that it always backfires against the Congress party. We are just one day away from the first phase in Gujarat, and the battle of barbs between the 2 sides is only escalating. There's a massive row that has erupted after Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge called Prime Minister Narendra Modi Ravan, saying he's omnipresent in the local, state and Lok Sabha elections of Gujarat, like Ravan with 100 heads. The BJP was quick to hit back at the Congress, accusing the party of insulting a son of the soil, adding that voters will make them pay at the polls. The Saffron party said the Congress is desperate in its attacks against the Prime Minister, as it can't bear the crushing defeat it faces on December 8th. In the past as well, such remarks against the Prime Minister have only served to hurt the Congress and alienate a section of voters. Has the grand old party made the same mistake right ahead of the elections? Where does the Aam Aadmi Party stand in the war of narratives? Is it gaining an advantage as the BJP rains fire on the Congress? First, here's what happened today.
भाई तुम्हारे को तुम्हारी सूरत कितनी बार देखना, कारपोरेशन में भी तुम्हारी सूरत देखना, एमएलए इलेक्शन भी तुम्हारी सूरत देखना, एमपी इलेक्शन में भी तुम्हारी सूरत देखना, हर जगह कितने भाई क्या आपके रावण के जैसा 100 मुख है।
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को रावण कहा और मुझे लगता है इससे बड़ी धृष्टता इस प्रकार के भाषा का प्रयोग, इस प्रकार का गाली गलौज अपने प्रधानमंत्री के लिए करना और वह भी गुजरात के सपूत के लिए ऐसे शब्दों का प्रयोग गुजरात में खड़े होकर करना, यह उचित नहीं।
Will this Ravan comment by Mallikarjun Kharge backfire? Because we have seen in the past, every time there is a personal attack against the Prime Minister, it has not really helped the Congress party. Multiple comments that have been made, be it Maut Ka Saudagar, that famous comment that was made by Sonia Gandhi during one of the elections. Let me bring in my guests. Hiren Kotak is the spokesperson of Gujarat BJP, Dolly Sharma, spokesperson of the Congress. Rashid Kidwai is an author, and I have Rimjim Gaur. She is a young psephologist who works here in Ahmedabad. I'm going to begin with you, Dolly Sharma. Here is the BJP, which believes in going all out in every election. This is not for the first time that we are seeing top ministers, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah put in all their efforts. That has happened in MCD elections, that happens in even local body elections, even by-elections. They feel that they should fight with all their might. Then why should the Congress party hold it against them? Dolly, if you can hear me. Okay, I'm going to come to Dolly in just a bit. Rashid, take that question. Here's the party which has transformed itself into an election winning machine. And the reason why they are in an election winning machine is that no election is big or small. Every election has to be fought to be won. And that is the reason why we are seeing the Prime Minister campaign extensively, because the party realizes that he is the biggest mascot. Then why should the Congress president hold it against the BJP?
I think, Marya, you look at, there is a bit of a paradox. Here, your ground reports say that, there is a lot of development, or, the BJP is doing well at the ground. There is double engine ki sarkar at the center and in the state. And Modi ji is a Vikas Purush. So if everything is going, then why is BJP looking constantly for all kind of issues, or I would say non-issues? Yeah, we heard recently Prime Minister making a strong page for terrorism and accusing the Congress of siding or being very soft to terrorism. Now there is no immediate link to any kind of terror activity with Gujarat elections, or for that matter assembly elections. Similarly, we know that Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge is a non Hindi speaker. His articulation is a problem. In his own election, he kept saying कि मुर्गा अगर बकरा अगर ईद में बचेगा तो मुहर्रम में नाचेगा. I mean, this kind of things I could not figure out what he was trying to convey.
Comment.
Yeah,
Don't you think it will backfire, Rashid?
No, anything can backfire. But
that's
I'm saying that if the voters are,
what is Mr. Kharge trying to communicate?
If voters are going to get swayed by one comment where he's trying to make a case that here everything, whether it's a municipal election or parliament election, Mr. Modi is visible. It is for the Congress spokesperson to defend Kharge. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that it speaks of the voters understanding
but
also.
Kotak, this also shows the BJP's over dependence on Prime Minister. That there is one person who can win elections for them, and as far as the local leadership is concerned, they are not capable enough.
We are not dependent on
It clearly shows no
Narendra
confidence
Modi
also against the local leadership.
It's not true. I think it's a word support of Narendra Modi ji, and Narendra Modi ji is basically a Gujarati, and 12 years of his work is our manifesto design. We just day after tomorrow we placed our manifesto. We call Sankalpa Patra, and we have 12 years of journey. That journey is in say itself, it's a vikas, And so Narendra Modi ji can better understand Gujarat than any other leader.
बट हिरेन जी, हम यहाँ पे गुजरात में घूम रहे हैं और सब जगह जो पोस्टर्स है उसमें तो बस प्रधानमंत्री हैं, तो क्लियरली फोकस तो आपका नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नाम पर वोट मांग रही है भाजपा। वो जानती है कि जहां तक भूपेंद्र पटेल का सवाल है या फिर लोकल लीडरशिप का सवाल है, उनके अगेंस्ट में एंटी इनकम्बेंसी हो सकता है, उनके अगेंस्ट में फटीग फैक्टर हो सकता है, लेकिन नरेंद्र मोदी इज एन ओवर आर्चिंग नैरेटिव।
देखिए, एक संयुक्त परिवार है हमारे लिए, जो दादा है मतलब नरेंद्र मोदी जी, तो उनकी छवि बिल्कुल आगे रहेगी और सब जानेंगे। लेकिन इसके साथ साथ जब हम डबल इंजन की सरकार कहते हैं, भाजपा सरकार भरोसे की सरकार कहते हैं, तो वहां पर हमारा यही है कि जब नरेंद्र मोदी जी 2014 में चुन के प्रधानमंत्री बने, मतलब लोगों ने जब सिलेक्ट किया हो अपने प्रधानमंत्री को, ऐसी घटना तो सिर्फ भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने देखी है, तो दिखाई है, लोगों को पता है। तो 14 सिर्फ 17 दिनों में नर्मदा की जो ऊंचाई डैम की हमें बढ़ानी थी वो 17 दिन में हो गई, तो वो काम हमने कर दिखाया। वहां से शुरू होती है उस डबल इंजन की कहानी। अब गुजरात में जब आज का इलेक्शन है,
Dolly respond. Dolly, here is Hiren Kota clearly saying that the BJP believes that they want to win all elections, and that is the reason why we are seeing that campaign blitzkrieg by the Prime Minister. Top leaders of the party are parked here in Ahmedabad, various districts of Gujarat, ensuring that they win. Then why is Mr. Kharge making that very personal attack against the Prime Minister? What does Ravan really mean and his 100 heads?
देखिए, भाजपा की एक आदत बन चुकी है कि किसी भी चीज को उल्टे तरीके से ही लेना। अच्छा। खड़गे जी ने बड़े तरीके से ये कहा कि प्रधानमंत्री जी को बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी के लिए देश ने चुना है। वो एमसीडी चुनाव के लिए भी जाएंगे, वो विधायक के चुनाव, विधानसभा चुनाव के लिए भी जाएंगे, सांसद के चुनाव के लिए उन्हें जाना चाहिए, क्योंकि वो प्रधानमंत्री है या प्रधानमंत्री बनने का सोचते हैं, या इस तरीके का उन्होंने कहा है कि वो हर जगह जाते हैं जैसे रावण के 10 सर हैं, तो वो इसीलिए उनको हर जगह जाना है। अब मुझे समझ में नहीं आता भाजपा की दिक्कत क्या है,
इसमें गलत क्या है?
ये हमेशा
नहीं, डॉली शर्मा जी, इसमें गलत क्या है? अगर प्रधानमंत्री हर जगह जाना चाहते हैं और जानते हैं अपनी पार्टी के लिए, तो उसमें दिक्कत क्या है?
मोरबी में
उसमें यही सवाल उठ सकता है कि राहुल गांधी क्यों नहीं आते हैं?
बड़ा दुख होता है
राहुल गांधी जो अभी चुनाव हो रहा है गुजरात में, वो यहाँ पर क्यों नहीं है? अपनी पार्टी के लिए क्यों नहीं कैंपेन कर रहे हैं?
मैडम, मुझे बोलने का मौका दीजिए। मोरबी हादसा हुआ, 140 लोगों से ज्यादा की मृत्यु हुई। उस दुखद हादसे में जब पूरे देश की आंखें नम थी, तो प्रधानमंत्री जी ने इसी गुजरात के लोगों के लिए दुख तक ना मना के अपनी रैली को जारी रखा। वही तो हम कहना चाह रहे हैं, जिम्मेदारी को ना समझते हुए सिर्फ हमेशा इलेक्शन मोड में रहना
गलत बात है।
Dolly, that's factually incorrect. That is factually incorrect. No, Dolly, that's factually incorrect. All the rallies were postponed. No, that's factually incorrect. Dolly, you cannot make a factually incorrect statement on my shows. That is not correct. The Prime Minister had postponed all his rallies. All the rallies were cancelled, and then he landed in Morbi. So let's not make factually incorrect statements only to try and score political brownie point. One moment.
ये झूठ फैलाना बिल्कुल बंद कीजिए। देखिए, कांग्रेस की यही प्रॉब्लम है, रावण का पूरा अर्थ भी बदल दिया हमने। इवन आपको बताऊं, मैं सीएम भूपेंद्र भाई पटेल की जब नॉमिनेशन भरने जा रहे थे, उस समय भी कोई ढोल नहीं बजाया गया, ना पटाखे ना कुछ। वो इसीलिए किसी भी बात पे
that is not the point. The point I'm trying to ask you is, Dolly Sharma. Dolly, please listen to me. Listen to me. The question that I'm asking you, listen to me. Let's make it a civil debate. I don't like, all this shouting and screaming on my shows. So let's make it a very civilized debate. My question to you is, we have seen how in the past the Maut Ka Saudagar backfired against the Congress party. The BJP converts these into advantage for them, because they realize that as far as the people of Gujarat is concerned, there is a strong sentimental value. The BJP is today saying that this is an insult to the son of the soil. What will you respond to that, Dolly Sharma?
मैडम, पार्लियामेंट में किसी महिला को खड़ा होकर शूपनिखा कहना, क्या ये देश की महिलाओं की को सम्मान देना है? किसी को जर्सी गाय कहना, किसी को 50 करोड़ की गर्लफ्रेंड कहना, क्या ये सम्मान की बात है? तब डिबेट्स क्यों नहीं होती हैं हिंदुस्तानी चैनल्स पे आजकल? वो भी होनी चाहिए और महिला सम्मान में पूछना चाहिए ये सवाल कि प्रधानमंत्री पद पर बैठे एक व्यक्ति इतने इस तरीके के शब्द कैसे बोल पाते हैं? उनको तो सबसे ज्यादा गरिमा का ख्याल रखना चाहिए। वो अपनी गरिमा भूल जाते हैं किस पद पर वो बैठे हैं और उन्हें किस तरीके के शब्द देश की महिलाओं के लिए इस्तेमाल करना चाहिए, जब वो लाल किले की प्राचीर से कहते हैं कि महिला सम्मान के बिना देश आगे नहीं बढ़ सकता, और वहीं उसी दिन बिल्किस बानो के अपराधियों को गले में हार पहनाकर छोड़ दिया जाता है संस्कारी बता कर। तब ये डिबेट होनी चाहिए मैम। जिस गुजरात में शराबबंदी है, उस गुजरात में जहरीली शराब से लोग कैसे मर रहे हैं, ये सवाल इनसे करना चाहिए मैम। ओलेवा कंपनी का नाम छुपाकर आप इस भ्रष्ट सरकार के ऊपर, इस भ्रष्ट सरकार के कुकृत्यों पर
सुप्रणखा शब्द आपने यूज किया। अब तो रेणुका चौधरी जी को आपके पे केस करना चाहिए। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने नहीं बोला था। जब प्रधानमंत्री जी जब राज्यसभा में भाषण कर रहे हो, तब बीच में जिस तरह से अपमानजनक एक चेष्टा के साथ हंसना, और वो भी इस तरह से, वो आपकी चेष्टा थी। रावण कहना आपकी चेष्टा थी। अरे साहब, जगदीनी आप भी बता रहा हूँ मैं आपको। आपके गुजरात के यहाँ के प्रेसिडेंट जगदीश ठाकुर ने क्या कहा, एक बार सुन तो लीजिए आप। देखिए ये तरीका नहीं होता। जब आप बोल रहे थे मैं चुप था, कृपा करके आप सुन लीजिए ना। आपकी बारे में आप बताइए आपकी बात। मेरी बात सुन लीजिए।
Against the Prime Minister, what is the response that you get in terms of the numbers? Does it translate into immediate advantage for the BJP?
In a way it does, because if we look at elections right now, it's not as I would say neck and neck as it was in 2017. Even when we say Congress still is relevant on 50 to 60 seats right now, they have a lot of swing voters. There are Chaudhrys, there are, I would say, again Thakurs, who are in swing state and might be confused between where to go. But as soon as you make a very strong comment against the leader, the Prime Minister, who hails from the very country, you see them swinging towards BJP.
Yes. So that swing factor emerges particularly at this time, Rashid Kidwai. We have seen it has happened in the past. That in a state where you have a very clear defined bipolar contest, of course the Aam Aadmi Party is a factor in certain pockets, but in a very bipolar contest, there are those who are, perhaps tired. They would want to listen to something more productive from the Congress party, and then comes the statement such as this from the Congress president.
Yes, so Marya, I think we must make a distinction between Maut ke Saudagar and this comment. You are a Hindi, speaking person. You come from that region, and you know that Mr. Kharge did not imply that. Of course, his inclusion of the word Ravana, somebody may find a little offensive, but Mr. Kharge, he himself comes from weaker sections. He's from Karnataka. He's not a Hindi speaker. So I think the voter is not going to make such a big. And then this cannot be a poll issue, because when there is a pro incumbency factor, when there is so much of development is taking place, when there is a double engine ki sarkar and all, I think to lean on this kind of thing. This also tells you the kind of anxiety that the BJP has, because this kind of silent campaign. Political campaign on the part of the Congress party.
What really is the need to respond to something like this? If you are confident about your report card, you feel that there is enough and more development work that the BJP has to show to the people of Gujarat, then why get rattled by a statement of this nature?
No. We are not responding to this type of statements. We already heard so many statements like this in past from Congress central leadership and state leadership. They all every day, just before 2 hours, I speak to some person on a debate from Congress, and he also repeated the words the Ravan. But I think we Narendra Modi ji and we all are habited to take everything in a positive way, because if they say Ravan, we are very good Shiv Bhakt, we are Ram Bhakt. Now this Congress is always busy in this type of things, and in Corona phase, the COVID phase, their Sangathan was there. They can serve people, but they never did this. Even their state leader, state president, Jagdish Thakur said that, minorities' right on treasure is first. This is how they think about everything. We think about collective,
नहीं, अगर आप
collective
राम भक्त
efforts.
हैं, आपने बोला कि भाजपा राम भक्त है, लेकिन तो फिर इस पे प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस और इसको इतना बड़ा मुद्दा बनाने की क्या जरूरत है? इसको इंसल्ट के फॉर्म में क्यों लेने की जरूरत है?
देखिए, प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस अगर भारत की जनता कर सकती है तो भारत की सारी जनता मिलकर कर सकती है। नरेंद्र मोदी जी के खिलाफ जिस तरह के शब्द यूज किए जा रहे हैं, नरेंद्र मोदी जी की जो लोकप्रियता है, आप बताइए ना, आप बताइए ना, आपको मुद्दे चाहिए तो आप हमारी योजनाओं के बारे में बात कीजिए, हमारी पार्टी की कोई बात हो तो उसके बारे में भी आपको बात करने की लेकिन आप पर्सनल क्यों जाते हो? नरेंद्र मोदी जी को ही क्यों टारगेट किया जाता है बार बार लगातार? और जिस तरह की बातें की जाती है वो वाकई में शर्मजनक होती है। उनके शब्द भी इस तरह के होते हैं।
The question that I'd asked them that they have enough and more issues to talk about, then why talk about this? Let me ask the same question to you. If there are enough and more issues that the Congress can raise as an opposition party in the state of Gujarat, then why is Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge talking about Ravan? No, I'm saying one thing.
Just saying that
any party seeks biggest legitimacy and biggest validation from the people. Here is a political party which is trying to ensure that when it comes to elections, they go all out. That all leaders who have any role, who can swing even a smallest pocket, are brought on ground and are made to campaign. Then what is the Congress party's problem with that?
See, Congress party has no problem with what they are doing. We are only talking about the development of the people of Gujarat. When they say that they've done so much for Gujarat, Gujarat is a dry state, right? And even if, being a dry state, you go to the village and see how they are supplying illegally, how they are illegally supplying liquor in every now and corner of Gujarat. Females from villages of Gujarat are crying. I don't think the spokesperson sitting here has ever been to any village in Gujarat. They must go and see. You must have seen how illegally the drugs were transported from one place to the other from Adani port. It was also happening in Gujarat.
No, but you've still not answered
During
my
their
question.
regime.
My question is, if you are saying that there are so many issues, then why is Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge talking about Ravan and his 10 heads?
See, I told you earlier
according
also.
to you, if there are so many issues, then
I
talk
told you
issues.
earlier also.
Why make it a personal
I
attack?
told you earlier also, madam. The same thing I told you. Again, you are asking me the same question. There is no point. I've answered you very clearly.
No, you haven't really answered, but that perhaps is also a reflection that this is something that is going to backfire against the Congress. I would like to thank all my guests. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's